You know, what's the one thing that really separates a good singer from a truly unforgettable one? It's not just about belting out high notes or having a huge, powerful voice. No, it's about control. It's about precision and really a deep connection to the music. And today, we're going to unlock the secrets to that control, starting with the very foundation of your voice. So what's the secret? Is it just raw talent you're born with, or maybe years and years of expensive lessons? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. It's a skill that any singer, any singer at any level can learn and master. Let's break it down. Okay, here's a roadmap for this journey. First up, we're going to tackle the absolute foundation. That's the quest for pitch. Then we'll play detective and diagnose some common vocal issues. After that, we'll reveal the ultimate solution for the issues. And here is a hint. It actually starts with your ears. From there, we'll get into the fun stuff, that is the unlocking your vocal range. And we'll finish it up with the singer's toolkits you can start using literally today. Alright, first up, the quest for pitch. You really have to think of this as the absolute bedrock of singing. Every beautiful tone, every powerful high note, every emotional phrase, all of it is built on this one fundamental skill. And the skill is what we call pitch accuracy. So what exactly is pitch accuracy? Well, it's the ability to hit a note right on the money. Not a little too high, that's what we call singing sharp, and not a little too low, which is known as singing flat. It's about being perfectly, precisely in tune. Every single note has a specific frequency, and our job as singers is to match it perfectly. And that is why it's so critical. You could have the most powerful, beautiful sounding voice in the entire world, but without pitch accuracy, it all just sounds, disorganized. It's the fundamental difference between actually making music and just making noise. And you know, the impact of pitch gets even bigger when you're in a group. In a choir, for example, harmony is everything. And it simply cannot exist without every single singer being accurate. Not when someone is doing do and the other person is doing si and they are meant to do do. Imagine having 10 people in a choir and the notes they are supposed to project is do, and someone somewhere is singing si, someone is singing d. It sounds disorganized. Just one person singing slightly off key can throw off the entire section away. But when everyone nails it, wow, the collective confidence just soars and the whole group becomes tighter and way more disciplined. So how do we achieve that accuracy? Well, first we have to figure out what might be going wrong. Let's diagnose some of the most common pitch problems, and just remember, identifying the issue is the most important step towards fixing it. Now, the two biggest culprits are singing sharp, which is too high, or flat, which is too low. Singing sharp often comes from things like tension, nervousness, or maybe just trying too hard, It sounds kind of forced. And on the flip side, singing flats can be a sign of low energy, weak breath support, or even a lack of confidence. It makes the music feel heavy, like it's dragging. Do either of these sound a little familiar to you? And then there is this one other sneaky little habit, sliding or scooping into notes. This is when you don't land directly on the note, but you kind of slide up to it from below, like you want to say do or oh, and you're like, oh, yeah, something like that. Now, sometimes it can be a stylistic choice, but when it's unintentional, it just sounds unpolished and shows a lack of control. The goal is to land on that note cleanly and precisely right from the start. Okay, so we have identified the problems now. What's the fix? Is it more breathing exercises, more vocal warm-ups? Actually, the solution is much more fundamental, and it starts not in your throat, but right between your ears. Welcome to the world of ear training, guys. This right here is the big moment for so many singers. Just let it sink in for a second. Pitch problems are usually listening problems. Most of the time you sing off key, not because your voice can't physically produce the note, but because your brain isn't accurately processing the target pitch in the first place. The official term for this is ear training. It's really the process of building a superhighway between your ears and your voice. You are teaching your brain to truly understand the language of music so that your voice can speak it fluently without an accent, so to speak. The core principle is just this simple. Look at it here. The signal has to be clear before you can produce it, right? Think of it like this. Your ears perceive the target. and your voice is the arrow. If that target is blurry, you are never going to hit the bullseye. It's that simple. So ear training is what brings that target into sharp focus. So what does this practice actually involve? Well, it's a progression of skills. You start with the most basic thing, which is simple pitch matching. You hear a note and you sing it back. Easy enough. From there, you build up to recognizing intervals, then understanding chords, and eventually you'll be able to hear an entire melody and reproduce it accurately. Here's a handy little cheat sheet that connects the problems right to their solution. If you are singing sharp, the fix is usually about relaxation and breath control. If you find yourself singing flat, just focus on your energy, breath support, and posture. And if you are sliding into notes, just make sure that you practice landing on them cleanly. And now, to fix the root cause of poor listening, the only answer is consistent daily ear practice with a reference like a piano or an app. So once you have mastered pitch, a whole new world opens. Now we can start expanding our instruments. Let's talk about unlocking your vocal range and really exploring the full playground of your voice. Your vocal range is simply all the notes you can sing, from the very lowest to the very highest without straining. It includes your powerful lowest chest voice and your lighter, higher head voice. And the goal is to be able to move smoothly right between them. I love this way of thinking about it. Look at it this way. Your voice is an instrument and your range is its keyboard. The more keys you have access to, the more songs you can play, the more colors you can paint with, and just the more expressive you can be as an artist. And the benefits here are huge. A wider range isn't just about showing off some impressive high notes. It gives you the freedom to sing a way greater variety of music, to create smooth transitions, and to express a whole spectrum of emotions. Ultimately, it builds the control and the strength that boosts your confidence on any stage. In short, range equals artistic freedom. Alright, we've covered the why and the what. Now let's get into the how. This final section is your personal toolkit, a concrete, actionable plan to start making these improvements right now. And here is your action plan. Think of it as your fun homework. We are just talking 10 to 15 minutes of daily ear training with an app or keyboard. Add in 5 to 10 minutes of simple range exercises like scales. And the most important part, when you practice your song, record yourself. But don't listen for how good you sound. Listen specifically for your pitch accuracy. This simple but consistent routine is the absolute key to unlocking everything we have talked about today. So that brings us to the final question. Your voice isn't just some fixed object. It's a playground with slides and swings and monkey bars you might not even know are there yet. Mastering pitch and training your ear is the key that unlocks the gate. But the only question left is, are you ready to go explore it?